Did you know you can earn money with a Facebook group? Did you know there's 4 ways to earn money with a Facebook group as a coach? Even if you're starting completely from scratch, we're going to break it all down for you today on the Market Your Message Show. Welcome, everybody, to the Market Your Message Show. We go live every single Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and we're broadcasting this in several places, wherever you're watching from. In fact, let us know that you're here. Put your first name, where you're watching from, so I can say hello to you, whether you're watching on our YouTube channel, in one of our Facebook groups, over on LinkedIn, or maybe you tuned in on Twitter. Welcome. If this is your first time catching the show live, then put the word new in so we can say hello to you. Well, if you don't know me, my name is Jonathan Milligan. I'm the founder of MarketYourMessage.com and also the author of the book, Your Message Matters. And in this show, we are helping writers, coaches, speakers, teachers to build that audience online and earn money with their message. So welcome, everybody. Glad that you're here today. We have an exciting show in store for you. All right. So as we go through this, I have pre-recorded the session, the actual teaching part of this. That way we can easily turn it into a podcast and a YouTube video. But being here live, you get to stick around and ask me any questions you would like. It might be related to the topic today, or maybe you just have a question in general about, what does it take to write and publish a book, or how do you earn money as a coach, a membership site owner. I've had the fortunate opportunity of earning a full-time living online since 2011, and I love to share what I have learned over the years to help you take that step. All right, we got many people here popping in. Say hello to Cynthia Miller from Breaking Chains of Food Addiction. Welcome, Cynthia. Glad that you are here. I think it's Cecily Ann. Hopefully I said that right. Trinidad and Tobago, beautiful area. Love that. And you mentioned that you're catching us new. We're glad that you're here. And so again, wherever you're catching us from, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, go ahead, say hello. Or if you come with a burning question, then put the capital letter Q in front of your question, and I'll be happy to answer it when we get on the back end of today's session. So today's session is going to be how you can start a free Facebook group. And if you start a free Facebook group and you get your ideal customers into that Facebook group, what are some ways that you can earn money? We're going to talk about and break down for you 4 ways. I would be getting the iPad out, drawing it out for you so that you can walk away with an idea of how to earn money. Now, I love this strategy, and the reason why is it takes out all the complexity. All the advanced funnels, the advanced presentations, the technology, and it just gets back to having an intimate conversation with people that can become your clients, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about serving and helping people, and technology is great, but it can get in the way sometimes. Now, all that fancy stuff can work. Trust me, I've done just about all of it in the last decade. But for people just getting started, you don't need all that fancy software. You need a simple plan. And we're going to show you how to go from getting some initial members into a Facebook group to ways to generate income from that and really serve people at a high level. So with that, let's get into today's episode. And as you have questions, just put the capital letter Q in the chat. I'll be happy to answer questions on the back end. Here we go. Are you looking for ways to earn money as a coach, writer, speaker, teacher with a Facebook group? If so, today's episode is going to be especially helpful for you. Let's get started. Hey, welcome to the Market Your Message Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Milligan, and author of the book, Your Message Matters, How to Rise Above the Noise and Get Paid for What You Know. And in today's episode, I want to talk to you about how to make money with a Facebook group. I have had people reach out to me in the past and say, I have 10,000 people in a Facebook group and I can't figure out how to earn money with it. We're going to solve that today by teaching you 4 of my favorite ways to profit from a Facebook group. Now, this will be especially helpful for those of you who consider yourself to either be a writer, a teacher, a speaker, a coach. You have a message to share and you're trying to figure out how to leverage the Facebook platform with groups to get people to enroll into your products and services. So if that's you, that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm so excited to walk through this with you. Now, if you want more information, you want to dive even deeper than we talk about today, then I want to encourage you to go check out my latest book. It's called Your Message Matters: How to Rise Above the Noise and Get Paid for What You Know. And we go way more in depth, all the strategies, step by step. It's a 267-page book. Yes, it's available in bookstores everywhere, but you can actually get a free copy by going to yourmessagemattersbook.com. All right, let's get into it today. So what I want to do is I want to frame this by something I cover in my book called the 4 influencer voices. You see, I believe all of us messengers have at least one primary influencer voice out of 4. Now, the truth is you can, over time, build skills into all 4 of these, but let me just share with you what they are. First, there's speaker. Some of you are natural speakers. It's easy for you, give you a topic and you just talk. Others of you are coaches. You love deep dive conversations. You ask really good questions, really insightful questions, getting other people to process, or you're good at holding people accountable or challenging them when they need to be challenged. And then there's number 3, teacher. A teacher is someone who is great at consolidating all the information that's out there and breaking it down to practical step-by-step teaching. And then finally, there's writer. Some of you process through writing. You want a topic, you want a keyboard, you want to put in some music in your ears, and you want to write and process your thoughts. Now, how could we leverage those for Facebook groups? So if you say, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I'm a teacher, coach. Yes, Jonathan, I identify as one or several of those. But how do I actually leverage that with a Facebook group to earn profits? One of the things that we encourage you to do is to run a free challenge. Now, there's a past episode where I go in depth on how to run a 3 or 5 day challenge. Be sure to go check out that episode. But we're going to assume now that you are just looking for, what do I actually sell in a Facebook group to get people to buy my products and services? So we're going to use this model of speaker, teacher, coach, writer, and look at each of these individually. So if you're a speaker and you know that's what I am, I would encourage you to do a 1-day virtual workshop. So this is something that you can do over Zoom. Everybody knows how to use Zoom now. My grandparents know how to use Zoom. Everybody knows how to use Zoom. And you are able to sell spots for people to join you in that 1-day workshop. As far as length, it could be a 1-day, 2-day, 1 day, meaning 1 hour, 2 hour, or even like a 7-hour workshop. That's a bit long. I would recommend that you start somewhere between a 1 hour and 2 hour workshop. So this is really easy to pull off. Not hard at all. You can actually sell it before you ever create it. It's one of my favorite. At the end of a 3-day challenge, hey, if you want to go deeper with me, next Saturday, I'm actually going to be doing a 2-hour deep dive virtual workshop. It's going to be on Zoom. The cost is $100. There you go. You get 20, 30, 40 people to join. Now it's well worth your time to set that up. All right, let's look at coach. So if you're a coach, what could potentially work for you in terms of getting people to sign up? That's where it's pretty self-explanatory. It's either one-on-one or group coaching. Now, here's the key. If you do a challenge like I talked about in my last episode, go back and watch that episode. It makes it so much easier for you to say, hey, if you have gained a lot of results or mental clarity by going through this challenge, I'm opening up a few spots for one-on-one coaching this next week. I've got 10 spots available. It's $200 for 30 minutes. First 10 that grab it It's normally $500 for 30 minutes. You can grab it, and I will happy to coach you further on implementing what we've covered. Or you could leverage that into group coaching and say, hey, I've opened up some more spots in my group coaching. All you need to do is apply. I've got a few questions that you need to answer. We'll hop on a call and figure out if it's right for you. So that's how you can use coaching. All right. If you're a teacher, if you're a natural teacher and you want to teach people, you want to create courses. Can you sell courses at the end of a challenge? Absolutely, you can. But if you're just getting started, one of the things I would recommend way before you actually create the course is to run a 4-week boot camp. Now, this 4-week boot camp, think about taking your topic and dividing it into 4 modules. Maybe these are going to be 4 future modules of your online course. And then you're going to teach it live every week on Zoom with a small group of people. So with a 4-week boot camp, you may charge something around $250 to $1,000, but you're going to limit it to under 10 people or 20 people to go through it. Whereas a one-day workshop, you can have as big as you want. You could have 100, 200 people in that one-day workshop. This is different. This, you are working side by side. You're doing a little bit of teaching, answering questions, and then assigning homework for the next week. Then you come back on Zoom and you repeat the same process. And what this does for you as the expert, as the guide, you start hearing questions that your students are coming up with, and you're like, oh, I need to, when I create the course on this topic, I need to make sure I include a video about that. It can become a focus group for you to test run through what the next rendition might end up being, which is the online course. So I really love 4-week boot camp. I personally do a 6-week one a couple of times a year, and I absolutely love it. All right, the last one, the 4th way that you can earn money, this is for you writers out there. Now, for you writers, you're like, well, if I've attracted people into a Facebook group, how can I leverage my book? I would use a book launch team. So you can use that Facebook group to form a book launch team, and they become ambassadors for you. Maybe those who are a part of the book launch team get a free review copy. You give them assignments. I want you to share this on your social media. I want you to go leave a review for my book so that more people see it. You could just give task upon task. So for you writers out there, you could leverage Facebook to not only tell people about your book that's coming out, but get ambassadors to help you get the word out as well. So I'm curious, which of these do you like? Do you like the one-day workshop idea, the one-on-one or group coaching? Do you like the 4-week boot camp or the book launch team? Let me know. So that is it for this episode. I hope this was helpful for you. And don't forget, if you like these ideas, I go way more in depth in my book, Your Message Matters. Just go to yourmessagemattersbook.com. We'll send you out a free copy. All we ask is that you pay the shipping and handling. We'll get it out to you in a matter of days, and you can do a deep dive into everything that we know about running an online business. All right, that's it for this episode. What would you like for me to cover on future episodes? Let me know. And also take a moment and share, subscribe, or even review our show. And until next time, never forget, your message matters. All right, so there you go. Again, that was a pre-recording, but you guys got first early access to that training. That's going to be a future podcast and YouTube video. 4 ways. Do you like how it was positioned around writer, teacher, speaker, coach? And I've been teaching this for a few years now, that those are the 4 influencer voices, right? So you're either more motivated to write, teach, speak, coach, but here's the good news. You can develop skills into all 4 of those. So I'm a natural teacher. And as a natural teacher, I love continuous learning about my craft. And then I love creating simple frameworks or teaching tools to teach in the form of courses, workshops, events, membership site. That's what I love. But I also developed the writer skill. Obviously, I've written a couple of books, and you can learn to be a writer. You can also coach people. I had to learn the right way to coach people over time. And now we've got, a coaching program of a lot of clients in there, along with coaches who help me coach them. And that is a blast. That is always a joy of mine as well, is to see people making progress through coaching. And then, of course, there's speaking. You can host your own event. You can speak on other people's platforms. There's a lot of avenues there. But today was specifically on how to leverage a Facebook group with those 4 teaching styles. So you got a question or a takeaway? Let me know right now. Again, we are live in multiple locations. In fact, one of the questions I want you to answer right now is, which one of these are you? Are you more of if you had to guess, are you more of a writer, teacher, speaker, or coach? Let me know right now. I keep messing with this, but let me know right now in the chat. Just put writer, John, I'm a speaker, I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, or I'm a coach and a speaker. I'm curious. Let me know if you've got a little bit of insight. I see Cicely, again, pardon if I can't get it right. There's probably a simple way to say it. She said, I'm rolled into 2, writer, teacher. That's awesome. So as a writer, teacher, you want to be thinking about, obviously, book writing. But here's the cool thing. It's not just writing like a Kindle book and self-publishing. You could turn it into a print version. You can turn that into an audiobook. So you write one book and you end up with 3 different income streams. You could also create a workbook or a journal or a planner that goes with your book. Now you've got 4 as well. So there are lots of ways as a writer that you can earn income for sure. And you also mentioned that you are a teacher. So as a teacher, income streams that would match up to you would be creating online courses where you're taking a topic and you are breaking it down step by step into your own style, your own way of learning, your own teaching tools, methodology, frameworks. You also can lean into something like a membership site. Membership site's great for teachers because you're able to over and over again come up with new topics, new things to talk about, new tools as a teacher. Most teachers have a love for learning, and then they love to turn around and teach what they learned. And a membership site works great for that. Phil says, I'm kind of a blend of teacher, coach. Yeah, so we already talked about the teacher aspect. The coach aspect could be as simple as putting together a work with me page. So if you don't have a work with me page, get one up on your website, right? Where people can inquire about either just a one-time strategy session that they pay ahead for, or for one-on-one coaching that can be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or just ongoing every single month. You could also eventually create a group coaching program as well. Awesome. Well, guys, let me know if you got a question or a takeaway. And if I don't see any more come in, then we will wrap up our session this week. So let's see. Just checking again. Got things coming from all over. Checking over here, LinkedIn, Facebook. Make sure we answer the questions. All right. So I think I covered most of the questions I saw come in today. If you're watching the replay, then go ahead and ask your question. I'll try to come back and answer that question if there's a burning question you have around these 4 influencer voices or 4 ways to make money with a Facebook group. But also, I'm curious, what is your takeaway? Go ahead and put your takeaway in right now as we wrap things up. Maybe your takeaway was a one-day workshop. I never thought about just using Zoom and charging people to join my Zoom for an hour or 2 hours and let me teach them. Or a 4-week boot camp where you can also use Zoom, but it's more of the coach side of helping people implement, finding out where they're getting stuck week to week over the course of 4 weeks. Some people really like that kind of boot camp style to help them take action on what you teach. The book launch team was another one we talked about, right? Or just like selling a course or a membership site is another avenue as well. So there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful to you today. And as always, we bring a new episode every single week, something else that to help you get better at taking your message and building that platform and building that audience. So again, thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.